Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. Amma ba'du. Yesterday we spoke about this ayah and a story that happened between one of the Jews, Ka'b, and Umar radiallahu anhu, in which the Jew said, if we had known when this ayat was sent down, we would have taken it as an Eid. We would have taken that day as an Eid. So Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, Wallahi inni la'a'lamu al-yawm alladhi nazalat fih wa nazalat fi Arafah wa fi yawm al-Jumu'ah. Said, verily, by Allah, I know when the day it was sent down. It was sent down on Arafah, on the So, the Shaykh Abdul Muhsin al-Qasim, rahimahullah, or hafidhahullah, wa rahimahullah, he continues, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati. Right? He says, today, al-yawm akmaltu lakum deenakum. Akmaltu, I perfected, lakum, for you, deenakum, your religion. Wa atmamtu, atmamma, atamma, or atamma, yutimmu, atmamtu. Here it is to complete. Alaykum ni'mati. I have completed upon you my favor. He says, وَكُلُّ نِعْمَةٍ عند شخصي لا تكمل إلا إذا كان عنده دين. كل نعمة, every ni'mah, every favor, every blessing, every grace, however you want to translate that. In the shakhs, with a person. Every shakhs, or with a person. La tukmalu, it is not completed. La tukmalu, it is not completed. Illa, except إذا كان عنده دين, except if there is with him religion. Meaning a person could have a blessing of eyesight or children or whatever, but that blessing is not complete except with the religion. فَمَنْ كَانَ ذَا مَالٍ, that being from the Asma'ul Khamsa that we talked about. It could be dhu, that, or the. Previously we had the ruhin, right? After the ila, right? It was blown into him, the soul, so he became the ruhin. فَيَتَحَوَّلُ مِنْ جَمَادٍ إِلَى ذِي رُوحٍ, page 15. Right, here we have that, because that here is khabru kana. Ismu kana is huwa, hidden inside of the verb. Whereas that is khabru kana mansub. That malin. right? The sign of it being mansoob here is the alif. Just like the sign of it being marfu would be the waw. Or the sign of it being majroor would be the ya. Here the sign of it being mansoob is the alif. مضاف مضاف إليه ذا مال فمن كان ذا مال. So whoever possessed, he was a possessor of money. Whoever had some money. We don't really translate it as possessor of, although that's what it is. Like the name Dhu al-Jalali wal-Ikram. Right? Or the attribute, depending on who those might differ about it being a name or not. فَمَنْ كَانَ ذَا مَالٍ. So whoever was a possessor of money, whoever had money. وَلَيْسَ عِنْدَهُ دِينٍ. And he doesn't have religion. He doesn't have religion. وَلَيْسَ عِنْدَهُ دِينٍ. There is not with him religion. He doesn't have it. فَالنِّعْمَةُ. So the ni'mah الَّتِي عِنْدَهُ, which is with him, وَهِيَ الْمَالُ. وَهِيَ الْمَالُ. And it is money. This ni'mah that he has is money. نَاقِصَةٌ. نَاقِصَةٌ. We had this word before. ناقص. Right? Means to be deficient. Iman yazid wa yanqus. It increases and decreases. Naqisa, meaning deficient. فَمَنْ كَانَ ذَا مَالٍ وَلَيْسَ عِنْدَهُ دِينٍ. So whoever had money and he didn't have religion, فَالنِّعْمَةُ الَّتِي عِنْدَهُ. So the favor or the ni'mah that's in with him, وَهِيَ مَال, which is money here, نَاقِصَةٌ. It is deficient. The ni'mah is deficient. وَمَنْ كَانَ ذَا وَلَدٍ. ذَا وَلَدٍ. Whoever had a child. ذَا وَلَد. Whoever had a child, or could be children. وَلَيْسَ عِنْدَهُ دِينٍ. And he doesn't have religion. فَالنِّعْمَةُ عِنْدَهُ نَاقِصَةٌ. Then the ni'mah that's with him is deficient. وَلَا تُكْمَلُ نِعْمَةً. وَلَا تُكْمَلُ, because it is majhul, it is passive. لَا تُكْمَلُ النِّعْمَةُ. The ni'mah is not perfected. لِأَيِّ شَخْصٍ. لِأَيِّ شَخْصٍ إِلَّا بِالدِّينِ. It's not completed for any person except with the religion. Is it clear?
No.
فَمَنْ تَمَسَّكَ. تَمَسَّكَ. So whoever clings. تَمَسَّكَ. From meme, sin, kaf. We've had this word a few times. Man tamassaka. Whoever clings and holds on with a strong handhold. That's why we say cling. Bid-deen. Whoever clings to the deen. فَقَدْ أُعْتِيَ. أُعْتِيَ نِعْمَتَانِ. He has been given أُعْتِيَ نِعْمَتَانِ. Or two favors have been given to him. Now, Suhaib, to me it sounds like it should be ni'matain. صح ولا لا?
أعطي is majhul, I think.
Yeah, but he's the one being given, not the ni'mah. صح?
أعطي means to give the ni'mah.
Right. أعطي means he was given ni'matan. Meaning he was given the two It doesn't necessarily mean 2 ni'mas were given. It means that he was given 2 ni'mas. Allahu alam. You understand? U'tiya Muhammadun. If we U'tiya Muhammad. He was given.
But it means Muhammad was given.
Muhammad was given. Ni'ma tain, sah?
No. But we can't say أعطي محمد نعمتين because it won't take maf'ul now.
نعمتان.
It definitely says ni'matan.
نعمتان. نعم صح.
It won't take my 4 here. That's what you're saying, Suhaib?
But maybe Ata takes 2 maf'ul, so in majhul it will take 1, I think.
Maybe.
He is given 2 ni'matan.
Right. So
In that case, yes, it must be ni'matayn.
should be ni'matayn. Sah. But he said clearly on the audio, ni'matan. So it could be a slip of the tongue. But it seems to us, just everyone pay attention, it seems to us that it should be ni'matayn. Because it's the object of what he's being given. Not the object of who's giving it. But maybe because it's majhul, you're saying it could be given 2, and therefore they're both marfu. Na'ib al-fa'il, sah?
Yes, sometimes it takes only 1 maf'ul.
Right. طيب, we'll just leave it like that. The meaning is clear. Should it be ni'matan or ni'matayn? For me is unclear. But the meaning is clear. فَقَدْ أُعْتِيَ نِعْمَتان. He's been given 2 ni'mas. الأولى the first, ni'matud deen. Ni'matud deen. Right? مع نعمة التي عنده. مع النعمة التي عنده. مع mean here along with. He's been given al-ula ni'matul deen, the ni'mah of the religion. مع ni'matul ni'mati, along with the.
No, wait a minute. You keep saying that and then you change it up again.
Here, ni'mati.
Okay.
مع نعمة التي عنده. So the first one is ni'matud deen, the we'll say the favor or the blessing of the religion. Ma'a, with or along with. Ni'mati, the blessing of the blessing allati indahu, which is with him. So he has the ni'mah of the religion as well as the blessing of the blessing that he has. وَالثَّانِيَةُ, and the second, أَنَّ هَذَا الدِّينَ, mansoob after أَنَّ because it is a badal for هذا. أَنَّ هَذَا الدِّينَ كَامِلٌ لم نحتاج originally that was نحتاج, but because it became medzum, we had a sukoon on the jim. We can't have 2 sukoons next to each other. We drop our weak letter. نحتاج. لم نحتاج, meaning we don't need. We don't have any need, and ihtaj goes with a pronoun like ila, or it could be using an as well, right? Not a pronoun, harf, like harf jar, or it could be using harf an. Here it uses li. لم نحتاج لأعمال آسف لأعمال أفكارنا. Afkar is the plural of fikr, meaning to think about something, to contemplate, to something along those lines, to think about something and to contemplate it. So هذا الدين كامل. لم نحتاج لأعمال أفكارنا. We don't need to. Could be concerns now, but it concern to me, Allah knows best, sounds like, I don't know, like you're worried about it or you're needing to deal with it. But afkar are like your thoughts. Li'a'mal afkarina means we don't have to think about how to practice it, and it could be concern, could work here, no problem. But we don't have to think about how we're going to practice it, right? How are we going to do it? We don't have to figure it out, right? We don't have to yufakir. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to contemplate it. Like, what does it mean? You don't have to, it's not a puzzle. ولا إلى ابتكار. ولا إلى ابتكار. كيف نعبد الله. كيف نعبد الله. Allah لفظ الجلالة is منصوب مفعول به. So أن الثانية أن هذا الدين كامل. That this religion is complete. لم نحتاج لأعمال أفكارنا. We don't need like to use our thoughts or our brains to figure it out. We don't have to to think about it in I already said whatever I said, right? We don't have to think about how to practice it. What does it mean? It's not a puzzle. ولا إلى ابتكار كيف نعبد الله. Ibtikar comes from ba, kaf, ra, right? It means like intelligence, but like ingeniousness, right? We don't need that. We don't need that. The ibtikar is your geniusness, which makes you invent something, right? Like an inventor or scientist that's sitting in the lab, he's using this ibtikar. He's inventing. He's using his genius and he's inventing. It doesn't take us to innovate. We don't have to worry about how and do science projects, right? And all that stuff. Kayfa na'budullah. We don't have to worry about how we're going to worship Allah. We don't have to innovate it. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to come up with something new, right? We on how to worship Allah. Bal, rather, atana ad-deenu. There came to us, or the religion came to us. Bal, atana ad-deenu. Bal, the religion came to us. Originally this was ata, but when we put the noon alif there, for us, this alif maksura here became a tall alif, right? So it came, bal atana ad-deen. The deen came to us. Kamilun, sahlun, sahlun, wadihun. It came to us perfect, easy, and clear. Perfect, easy, and clear. Faqat, as we said, faqat means only. Nattabi'uhu. Nattabi'uhu. We just follow it. Faqat, only. We are, like just. You could put I just ran. You could say I ran or I just ran, meaning I only ran. That's all I did, right? I just, whatever, however you want to say it, you know. I just made wudu. Not that I just did it just now, but I didn't make ghusl. I just made wudu. فقط نتبعوه. We follow it. نتبعوه. فقط نتبعوه. We just follow it, or we only follow it. Is it clear up to here?
No.
وَلِهَذَا, and so due to this, man ib, it's going to be a kasr there for reading purposes. Man ibtada'a, ibtada'a, whoever innovates, from the word bid'ah being ba dal ain, ba dal ain. Man ibtada'a fi din, whoever innovates in the religion, فَهُوَ طَعَنَا, then he cursed, right? فِي رُبُوبِيَّةِ اللَّهِ, then he made a curse. Basically, he made a ta'an. It's a curse, but it's not so much a curse here. It's like an accusation, right? An accusation. A ta'an is like when you accuse. Let me see if I can get a better word for us. Right? Ta'ana. It means to slander, or like we said, to accuse, or to slander, or to libel. Ta'ana. Challenge. Maybe you could say it, but the word, I'm just trying to give you an extent. Ta'ana is, we use this word in English, like he took a stab at me. Not that it could mean that he took a stab at you with a knife, but it also, right, it could mean like he slandered me, like when he took a stab at me. You understand? So we use that word ta'ana like that. The word ta'ana means to stab something, right? But it also means here, like, not literally, but the opposite of literally, like metaphorically, that he took a stab at him.
Yeah.
So it's as if he took a stab at the rububiyyatillah, at the lordship of Allah. Man ibta'ada fi ad-din fahuwa ta'ana fi rububiyyatillah. Yani كأن شرعا كأن, and we know this is anna because it's before noun. Shar'an, because the legislation, or a legislation, biduni alif lam, that a legislation min shara'i Allah, from the legislations of Allah, naqis or naqisatun, that it is deficient. Whoever thinks that they need to come up with something new in the religion, then basically they're saying the religion of Allah is deficient, and that's taking a stab at the rububiyyah of Allah Azza wa Jal. Wa huwa yukmiluhu, yukmiluha. I said ha, but here yukmiluha, and he's going to yukmilu, he's going to complete it, he's going to perfect it. So Allah left something from the shara'i, from his shara'i, being deficient, and this person, huwa yukmiluha, huwa yukmiluha, that should be a dhamma, yukmiluha, he's going to perfect it. Walihada, and so due to this, dhakara ba'du ahli al-ilmi, some of the people of knowledge have mentioned, kabni, because that alif is a hamzatul wasl, we don't have to pronounce it, ka ibni al-qayyimi, qayyimi, like Ibn al-Qayyim. Some of the people of knowledge, dhakara ba'du ahli al-ilmi, ba'du is your file here, some, mudaf ilay, twice, ba'du ahli, mudaf ilay, ahli al-ilmi, mudaf ilay. Ka is harf jar, causing ibni to be majroor, Ibn al-Qayyim, is mudaf mudaf ilayh. وغيره.
Wait, how you say that? You say Kabni?
Kebni. That alif is going to be skipped.
Okay,
Kabni.
Kabni.
Kabni al-Qayyim. Kabni al-Qayyim wa ghayrihi. But if you were talking, you could say Ka ibn al-Qayyim and you would pronounce the Hamzatul Wasl. Someone could do that. We stop and we make those pauses, and if you made that pause, no problem. You could say وَبَعْدُ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ كَإِبْنِ الْقَيِّمِ, because you wouldn't say كَبْنِ, you wouldn't do that. وَغَيْرِهِ, and other than him, and this is majroor after the ka as well, because this wow means and it usually means the word that follows it is taking the same rules as the rules before it. Not always though. وَغَيْرِهِ, and other than him, they said this, what we're about to read, right? أَنَّ الْمُبْتَدِعَ the innovator. That's a sukoon that I tried to draw on that bat, but it's just a dot. And al-mubtadi'a yaqillu an yatuba. Yaqillu meaning little, or is not often, right? Yaqillu, not a lot, it's a little. And yatuba, that he repents. It's little, it's seldom, you could say. Yaqillu and yatuba, that he repents. Yatuba after an was yatubu, from the word tawbah. لأنه, because he ta'ana fi dhatillah, because he took a stab at, basically, fi dhatillah, he took a stab at the essence of Allah, fi tashri'ihi, in his legislation. فهو يزعم, he thinks, from za'ama, zay ayn mim, yaz'amu, بأن, that what, that ma, what, بأن ma, he, yaz'amu, it comes with this bat, right? Yaz'amu bi anna ma sayati bihi, what he's going to come with. Sayati, the scene being the future, like scene meaning making it in the future, like sofa. Ma sayati bihi, what he's going to come with. What he's going to come with it, but we said the Arabs use a lot more pronouns than we do, right? Huwa sayati bi akmalu wa afdalu, it's more complete or more perfect and better, right? Mimma, from what, or then what, because whenever we have the superlative form, we have min doesn't mean from, it means then, with a, right? Akmalu wa afdalu mimma, and mimma is a conjunction of min plus ma, so we still have our min there. More perfect and better than what? Shara'ahu Allah, then what Allah legislated. This person thinks, as Ibn al-Qayyim and other than him said, أن المبتدع, that the innovator, يقل أن يتوب, it's rare or seldom that he repents. لأنه طعن في ذات الله, because he took a stab at the essence of Allah, في تشريعه, in his legislating. فهو يزعم بأن, he thinks that that ma sayati bihi, what he's going to come with, akmalu wa afdalu, is better, is more perfect and better, mimma shara'ahu Allah, than what Allah He legislated it. Is that clear?
No.
Play it. We just got one little part left in this hadith. The hadith continues, وَفِي رِوَايَةٍ لِمُسْلِمٍ or فِي رِوَايَةٍ لِمُسْلِمٍ, and in the narration that belongs to Muslim, this li is a possessing, right? Li Muslim, that's for Muslim, or that belongs to Muslim, or that Muslim recorded. You could say that any way you want. If you riwayatin li Muslimin, man amila amalan, laysa alayhi amruna fahuwa rad. Whoever does an action that is not from it, from our affair, then it is rejected. The Sheikh, he says, فَكُلُّ عَمَلٍ, so every action, laysa fi ddin, is not in the religion, فَهُوَ مَرْدُودٌ, then it is rejected. وَمَنْ عَمِلَهُ, and whoever did it, la yuthabu alayhi, he is not rewarded for it. Yuthab, we've had that word a number of times. La yuthabu, he's not rewarded. Alayhi, for it. Bal yu'thamu, bal, rather, yu'thamu. That's a sukoon I'm trying to write there, but I spent about 5 minutes practicing and I still couldn't figure it out before class. Yu'thamu, that's a sukoon. Yu'thamu, rather he earns a sin, basically. Yu'thamu, he's sinning, he's earning a sin. لِأَنَّهُ فَعَلَ شَيْئًا, because he did something. Shay'an is the maf'ulun bihi. Laysa min shar'illah. Shar'illah. He did something that's not from the legislation of Allah. فَكُلُّ عَمَلٍ laysa fi ddin, so every action is not in the religion, فَهُوَ مَرْدُود, then it is rejected. وَمَنْ عَمِلَهُ, and whoever did it, la yuthabu alayhi, he is not rewarded for it. Bal yu'thamu, rather he earns a sin. لِأَنَّهُ فَعَلَ شَيْئًا لَيْسَ مِنْ شَرْعِ اللَّهِ, because he did an action, or he did something which is not from the legislation of Allah. Any questions? Ya Suhaib.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي وكل نعمة عند الشخص لا تكمل إلا إذا كان عنده دين فمن كان ذا مال وليس عنده دين فالنعمة التي عنده وهي المال ناقصة ومن كان ذا ولد وليس عنده الدين فالنعمة عنده ناقصة ولا تكمل النعمة لأي شخص إلا بالدين فمن تمسك بالدين فقد أعطي نعمتان الأولى نعمة الدين مع نعمة النعمة التي عنده الثانية أن هذا الدين كامل لم نحتج لأعمال أفكارنا ولا إلى ابتكار كيف نعبد الله بل أتانا الدين كامل سهل واضح فقد نتبعه ولهذا من ابتدع في الدين فهو طعن في ربوبية الله يعني كان شرعا من شرائع الله ناقصة وهو يكملها ولهذا ذكر بعض أهل العلم كابن القيم وغيره أن المبتدئ يقل أن يتوب لأنه طعن في ذات الله في تشريعه وهو يزعم بأن ما سيأتي به أكمل وأفضل مما شرعه الله. وفي رواية لمسلم من عمل عملا ليس عليه أمرنا فهو رد فكل عمل ليس في الدين فهو مردود ومن عمله لا يثاب عليه بل يؤثم لأنه فعل شيئا ليس من شرع الله.
نعم جزاكم الله خيرا يا عبد الله.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي وكل نعمة عند الشخص لا تكمل إلا إذا كان عنده دين ومن كان ذا مال وليس عنده دين فالنعمة التي عنده وهي المال ناقصة ومن كان ذا ولد وليس عنده دين فالنعمة عنده ناقصة ولا تكمل النعمة لأي شخص إلا بالدين فمن
I give you a quick tip right there. How do we know is men or men? Right?
So
context, of course, context. But say right now we don't understand the context. Right? Maybe we'll just say we're reading. I don't understand what's going on here. I'm not thinking about the context. I'm thinking about trying to pronounce it properly. So it's hard, right? Tamassaka. What is tamassaka? What form of speech? Is it a ism, fil, or harf?
Ism.
Tamassaka is a ism.
You?
Yeah.
Tamassaka is a ism.
Fitting. 4, 5, I believe.
It's the meaning of it is whoever clings. Clings is a verb here. Min.
I thought it was you. Okay. Whoever. Well, what's the case? That's not a
No.
Okay.
But even if it was a pronoun, it could be connected to a verb, but no problem. It's not a pronoun. I said the root is mim, sin, kaf.
Okay.
Tamassaka is the form of the verb here. It means to cling to something. Min only comes before nouns. Min only comes before nouns. Men could be before a noun, could come before a noun or before a verb. Right? You could say men Muhammad. Who is Muhammad? Right? That's before a noun. Men tamassaka or men yajlis, men yakulu, men akala pizza, who ate pizza, whatever. It could come before a noun or a verb. But min only comes before nouns. So tamassaka is a verb. Right? And so it can only be men here. Allahu alam.
فمن تمسك بالدين فقد أؤتي نعمتان الأولى نعمة الدين مع نعمة النعمة التي عنده. الثانية أن هذا الدين كامل لم نحتاج
نعم.
لأفكارنا ولا إلا ابتكار كيف نعبد الله، بل أتانا الدين كامل سهل واضح، فقط نتبعوه. ولهذا من ابتدأ في الدين فهو تعالى في ربوبية الله، يعني كأن شرعا من شرع الله ناقصة وهو تكملها. ولذا ذكر بعض أهل العلم كابن القيم وغيره أن المبتدئ يقل أن يكتب، لأنه تعالى في ذات الله في تشريعه، وهو يزعم بأن ما سيأتي به وبه أكمل وأفضل مما شرعه الله. وفي رواية لمسلم
رواية
لمسلم من أملا ليس عليه أمرنا فهو رد، فكل أمل ليس في الدين فهو مردود، ومن أمله لا يثاب عليه بل يكتب، لأنه فعل شيئا ليس من شرع الله.
نعم. يلا يا حماد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي. وكل نعمة عند شخص لا تكمل إلا إذا كان عنده الدين، فمن كان ذا مال وليس عنده الدين فالنعمة التي عنده وهي المال ناقصة، ومن كان ذا ولد وليس عنده الدين فالنعمة عنده ناقصة، ولا تكمل نعمة لأي شخص إلا بالدين. فمن تمسك بالدين فقد أوتي نعمتان: الأولى نعمة الدين مع نعمة النعمة التي عنده. ثانية أن هذا الدين لم نحتاج لأعمال أفكارنا ولا إلا ابتكار كيف نعبد الله، بل أتانا دين كامل سهل واضح، فقد نتعبده لا نتبعه. ولهذا من ابتدى في الدين فهو تعنى في ربوبية الله، يعني كأن شرعا من شرائع الله ناقصة وهو يكملها. ولهذا ذكر بعض أهل كابن القيم وغيره إن مبتدئ يقل أن يتوب لأنه تأنى في ذات الله في تشريعه، فهو يزعم بأن ما سأتي به أكمل وأفضل مما شرعه الله. وفي رواية لمسلم: من عمل عملا ليس عليه أمرنا فهو رد، ليس في الدين فهو مردود، ومن عمله لا يثاب عليه بل يؤثم لأنه فعل شيئا ليس من شرع الله.
Naam, yalla ya Abba Sumayya. I had your mic open, but I don't know what happened.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي. وكل نعمة عند شخص لا تكمل إلا إذا كان عنده دين. فمن كان ذا مال وليس عنده دين فالنعمة التي عنده وهي مال ناقصة. ومن كان ذا ولد وليس عنده دين فالنعمة عنده ناقصة. ولا تكمل النعمة لأي شخص إلا بالدين. فمن تمسك بالدين فقد أعطي نعمتين: الأولى نعمة الدين مع نعمة النعمة التي عنده. الثاني أن هذا الدين كامل، لم نحتاج لإيمان أفكارنا ولا إلى إبكار كيف نعبد الله أو نعبد الله. كيف نعبد الله. بل أتانا الذي كامل سهل واضح فقط. نتبعه. ولهذا من ابتدع في الدين فهو طعن في ربوبية الله، يعني كأن شرع من شرائع الله ناقصة، فهو يكملها. ولهذا ذكر بعد أهل العلم كابن القيم وغيره أن المبتدع يكل أن يتوب لأنه طعن في ذات الله في تشريعه، فهو يزعم بأن ما سيأتي به أكمل وأفضل مما شرع أكمل وأفضل مما شرعه الله. وفي رواية المسلم من عمل أمرنا فهو رد. فكل عمل ليس في الدين فهو مردود، ولا يثاب عليه بل يؤثم لأنه فعل شيئا ليس من شرع الله.
Now, we'll read inshallah ta'ala, unless there's a question, we'll read the next hadith, just because it's possible to achieve that much. But also, it's important for us, inshallah ta'ala, to, I don't know, maybe a few things. If we haven't printed this out, then we should print it out. That would be number one. If we have the ability to do so, it's preferable. Or write it out. The PDF is available. You could write it. Wallahi, how many of us don't write? We could write it. That could be our writing practice. That we write this paragraph, write this page and a half that we might do in a day. This page is actually really short, and we only, in 50 minutes, 55 minutes, we completed just that short paragraph. And I know there's 4 people reading, but still, Allahu Alam, some of the mistakes that are being read in the class have been talked about when we first read it and we first went over it, and Suhaib or Abu Sumayya or whoever it is corrects me in a word here or there, and we talk about it and we say, are there any questions? That go on, there's nothing. Then when we read it, we don't read it correctly, and then it takes us longer time. And our reading after months, not even years, for those who have been doing it for years, and not even months, our reading should improve, inshallah ta'ala. It shouldn't be the same today as it was 3 months ago or 6 months ago or a year ago. And we know that the text is constantly getting more complicated as well. You know what I mean? At the same time, Allah knows best. I'm not necessarily criticizing, but I'm just trying to encourage you guys to write it down. So for instance, ibtikar, I didn't write all the vowels on it, but I said them, and we said them a number of times. And then when I read it, I read it probably 5-6 times. Allah knows best. Wala ila al-ibtikari kayf. So if a person didn't know that word ibtikar, as an example, they didn't know it had a sukoon on the ba, kasra on the ta, they should automatically know it's a fatha because of the alif on that kaf. The alif lets them know it's a fatha automatically, just like the wow lets them know it's a dhamma, and the ya lets it know it's a kasra. Right? So ibtikar, someone didn't know that word, then they could have written it the 5-6 times that I said it. And then when Suhaib read it, and then Abdullah read it, then Hamad read it, then Abu Sumayya read it. So if this fifth person were to be here, he should definitely have ibtikar. The fourth person had 3 people in front of him. The second person had 1 person in front of him. You know what I mean? The first person had me reading it a number of times. So we should take our time and try to write it out and follow during the class, not get distracted with chips or whatever the case. Hopefully we're not driving, you know what I mean? So we're not getting distracted driving while we're doing this. And that way we could improve, you know, inshallah ta'ala. Because many of the mistakes that are made, I know they're just slips of the tongue and this and that. Maybe we think in learning, oh, I got that word, bel, I got that, it should be belat. You know, I'm going to remember it, I'm going to remember it, I'm going to remember it. I don't need to write it. And then when it comes time to read, due to stage fright or whatever the case it might be, you know, being put on the spot, then you say belat or whatever the case might be. So this is an encouragement, inshallah ta'ala, to go back and reread this. Reread this page. I know for some of you guys it's Isha time. After Fajr, you got your notebook. Reread that page. It's only 2 paragraphs, right? You say, well, the 1 paragraph is long. Well, the second paragraph is super short, so it's 2 paragraphs, all right? Then you read it after Fajr, read it after Dhuhr, read it after Asr, read it after Maghrib, read it after Isha, before class. Read it before class, like this. And if you do that 4 or 5 times a day, inshallah ta'ala, it will improve. You write your notes. And I talked so long that we won't be able to go to the next hadith. Allah knows best. Anyway, the next hadith is an important hadith. All of these hadith are revolving, the deen revolves around them. So we'll meet Yawm al-Sabt, inshallah ta'ala, for this hadith. Any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions?
Yeah.
I just want what's best for you. So we have to, inshallah ta'ala. You know, some of us have a speech impediment, some of us have this, some of us have that. No problem. I understand all of that. But that doesn't mean that we can't try to, inshallah ta'ala, improve by reading more, by reviewing more, by paying attention more, by writing the harakat on the words more during the dars. Classes still every day except Thursday night for you guys. Right? Friday for me and Suhaib Friday. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll see you brothers then, Yawm al-Sabt, and the sister, inshallah ta'ala, Yawm al-Sabt.
طيب جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.